drop the music down. Cool, I can hear myself on my end, so that's good. All right, let me get the music at a good level. I think that should be good. And switch over to webcam. See if it works. There we go. How's everyone doing? Let me just, while you guys type that in, let me mute the stream there. Looks good. Hello, Keebs. Hello, Reaper's War. Congratulations. Keebs, you are indeed the first one here. Well, I guess other than me, I'm the first one here, but I don't count. Ah, thank you, Reapers. Hope you get yours in soon. I know I'm still waiting on my Daybreak stuff. I think everyone is except Dan. Unless you have a locals. Yeah. Originally said Saturday, didn't come until today, which works out because I have the day off. So get to go live now and open. So let me move the keyboard out of the way. And let's just kind of hop right into it. People will join as they do. But pretty much as the thumbnail and name suggests, today the plan is opening Shattered Stars month 7. Got 10 bundles as per usual. Then I do have actually a box, this also came in today, of Shadowverse Evolve. Figured I'd just kind of quickly open that since I have it anyway. And then just kind of switch over to discussing some deck lists or some deck ideas that I have for Daybreak that I plan on exploring, especially like in the casual tournaments, and I plan on making some videos on it as well. So hopefully it'll be fun. Looking to go for about 2 hours and then probably dip, but we'll see. All right, so let's get right into these bundles. So this is, while this is part of the main 8 elements, this is a new series of bundles as Dan kind of laid out. So I don't know if it has the new cardstock quality that Daybreak does, so it'll be fun to see, but it does have the promo card as well as some stickers, if I remember correctly. One surprise sticker, one additional promo card. Yep, says all this on the back with this nice little sticker, which I think is a nice touch. I really like it. Let's get into it. I want to see if I can get this sticker off to keep as well, because that's kind of cool packaging stuff. Come on. Let's see if I can get everything out here. There we go. Should actually get my trash can before digging into this so I don't end up with a pile of trash everywhere. 1 second. There we go. Make that easy and let's go. So the promo card, of course, is this Stone Tablet Chronodial. So let me get my mouse out of the way here. Let's zoom on in. It does look as dark as it is on the camera. I don't necessarily hate it, especially like a stone tablet, kind of a bit faded. I'll be curious to see if people have issue reading this. I personally don't have issue with reading this just because I cannot complain I've got good eyesight, but that'll be another interesting for quality control. But let's get this, just kind of checking the quality of the cards for people because accessibility is important. No doubt about it, you should not base it off of people like me who are more able-bodied than the average and really kind of tailored for what's reasonable for people, in my opinion. So let's get this open without damaging the card. Of course, we'll end up with 10 of these for the 10 bundles, which is nice. More than a playset. This looks like it's on the... It's warped a little bit, but that's not surprising. I'll have to check with one of the other cards to see if this is the same card stock or not. It's a bit more glossy, but not... Yeah, I'll have to... No, I think this is the new cardstock because it's a bit more glossy. The cardstock is very matte for the Frostfall stuff. But that's pretty cool. Little hollow accents as well. That's really sick. I don't know if I'll use this as my main Chronodial, but that's very nice for the binder. And what surprise sticker did I get? Stellar Necroth. Nice. That's kind of cool. Let's see if I can have somewhere to... Something to do with the stickers. I don't know what I'll do with them. We'll see. Anyway, let's kind of get into these packs. We'll kind of breeze through the Chronodial, and we'll show the stickers, but breeze kind of through the Chronodials. That is not a pack I'm going to keep, as per usual. I like to usually keep a pack. Let's see, we got the new Illuminate Spirit. That looks really awesome. I'll probably just show off the hollows. There really isn't enough room if I want to keep it zoomed in on the cards. Sundial, cute little guy here. Suka Mosby artwork. Lumaru, a new 5 attacker. Soul Bell, really excited for this one. This is a card where the design process for it is very interesting because when I originally saw this card, it just increased the Apollo foretell by, I believe, 3, which seemed a bit underwhelming. So I kind of proposed, cows like to herd together. How about if it foretells a soul stalks? Can a special, I can't remember if I originally said special cast or special send into it. It was originally special cast. That was a bit too much swarm wise, so then it got changed to special ascend, and then the foretell 2 just kind of felt more appropriate than 3. So really fun kind of story with developing the Soul Bell and Soul Stalks cards. That's really cool. That was a fun one to kind of work through and test out. Ooh, kind of already got the tease there. Kathmel. I do like the idea of this card being able to trigger when it's destroyed or ascended over. I think it's a really cool design space to further explore. And then of course we got First Light, a very nice holo to get. Is going to be important for some solar combo shenanigans that enables it. And then, oh, that's right, because not only the Spirit's in the back, but instead the Exaltus is in the back. Another cool one, just be able to search out an Elestral subtype in, I believe it's Ethereal. I really like that as well. Definitely adds another dimension to the game, which I'm excited to see explored. But yeah, very nice card to enable a lot of the solar combos. And I will say, I actually have a deck built around exactly this card I'll go over later. Were you guys excited to test out in Daybreak? Really curious to see your all's thoughts. So it looks like the Spirit's in the front. Oh, that's a big deal. Ooh, and the Illuminate. They're clumping a bit together, like not gliding as easily. Well, that's fine. Gorgeous foil Spirit to add to the collection. Yeah, I'm curious to see what you all are wanting to test, since I'll be sharing what I'm most interested in. What about you all? Soul Bell. Oh, and Apollo. That looks awesome. I love these stone statue guys. I think it's a really neat card concept to include. So glad that Dan decided to do that. Was excited to test Thunder, but not looking great compared to the other promising decks right now. Yeah, especially that Spark hit. Just the Larva Cell does not replace Spark Hit by any means. But as Dan said, Moonrise, yeah, set 4. Yeah, sorry. Just like, hold up. I'm confusing Shadow Stars months with set 4 should bring something to help out with that. I'm still excited for Phosphocell. It just looks like a fun card in general. And Dan's, of course, have kind of briefly discussed the development cycle for that card. It was very last minute, very chaotic and exciting all in one. And I feel like it ended up very well, all things considered. So I'm moving on to Wasp Ivy to see if I like the deck. I haven't messed around with it before, but it's a learning experience. Yeah, Wasp Ivy definitely, now that you can proactively trigger it, looks a lot better compared to, I'm not opening this one I'm talking about, we'll move that out of the way, than it previously did. Sticker, Giraflora, cool. I'll put it under the Necro. I feel like the Stella is a way more interesting hit. Windburn, Farrageist, and a suppression deck. Ooh, that sounds exciting. I really feel like Farrageist, because it's primary lunar, just needs that lunar package that it doesn't have yet to be able to really be actualized. But Windburn's fun. I really like Windburn. Ooh, Celestlio. That looks awesome. I feel like this one, sometimes the stained glass, I feel like, well, as awesome as it looks, can be a bit muddied. I don't know if there's just not enough color variation in the stained glass or what. This one is so bright and pops. It looks stunning. I think this is my favorite one visually so far, and I have it like right in a bit of light. I'll move it off the side because it looks better on camera for you all. But like in the light, it is absolutely gorgeous. I actually really like how bright and welcoming these solar cards are. Also love more suppression mechanics being explored, or suppression being explored. Really helps towers feel less kind of frustrating to deal with, like the Chrono Dial here. I really like the Chrono Dial personally. It's a great top into water, but I can understand after Voltempest Reigning Terror for a bit, it might not be everyone's favorite card to face. Another Apollo. So the Watercaster in me is super excited, but I can also understand if people are like, no, Voltempest 2.0. I don't think it'll be as bad as Voltempest, especially with a lot more suppression around. And it doesn't just outright can just burn you turn after turn for gain. Like it definitely it tries to get control of the board instead, which I think gives the opponent more time to kind of respond than burn 3 each turn. And there we go. There's the final card. So I got one of each. Guardian of the Fleece. A really cool counter rune. I can't wait to see artifacts get more exploration. I think this is a very nice card for it. I will say, it took me the longest time to realize this, that it can just destroy a card on the field. It doesn't have to be the card that targets the empowered Elestral or artifact. So it only has your opponent activates effect that targets. Yeah, it can just be any card on the board, which feels a bit broken, but at the same time, with how weak artifacts inherently are, it doesn't feel completely out of the realm of possible. Like it does help the deck a lot to have that flexibility. All right, next sticker. Ooh, Flare Mine. That's cute. I really like to figure out what to do with these stickers. Tossed it. I'll do it with the layer. Ooh, camera froze. There we go. So already on the third bundle here. Let's see what we end up getting. I'm really excited for Daybreak. Apollo. So I got my place at Apollo already. I know I've said this for Frostwall as well, but this is going to be true for every set I help with. It's really fun seeing it get into your all's hands and be able to experience again with the community and just kind of come back to it with more people testing, more information being spread around, being able to revisit ideas I have and given more time and more opponents to face off against as well. It's just, is truly surreal and makes me very, very excited for Elestrals. I mean, I already am excited for Elestrals, but it just really enhances the experience. Another Illuminate. Another Guardian of the Fleece. Awesome. So that is the third bundle down. Next question for you all. What is your chase full art from Daybreak? I'll be honest, I don't remember the full arts. I'll have to look them up to be able to give mine. But what are your all's chase card, pretty much? Not sticker. Yes, this is the sticker I wanted. Stellar Leviathan. That's going right on top. Ah, the Watercaster in me. I mean, I'm wearing the Stellar shirt. What am I talking about? The Watercaster in me is very happy to get that card. Or that sticker. Curibus, I like it a ton. And more than its Stellar as well. Definitely want me a Curibus. I really like that card as well. I think it's so cool. Just a Consuming Pit heals you spirits. I'm definitely going to mess around with that. That's one of the first cards I messed around with in testing because, yay, First Light. Because that was, what was I going to say? That was one of the first cards I tested out when set testing began, just because I like cool water top ends, a big 9 attack, a really cool effect. I was like, this is actually really good Ascension. Because I didn't really play too much with Lakagon. Didn't really draw to me. Like, I know it was a nice top end for the deck, but I just felt like Curibus was way better. First Lights. Was that back-to-back First Lights? I know I heard that that was possible in these bundles, getting the same holo. Not gonna complain, that's my playset of First Light. So now I'm just missing 2 Celestlio, 1 Guardian of the Fleece, and I believe I have my Apollos. But definitely, I kind of want both the full art, for sure. That's probably the one I'm gonna hunt down. And then I also do want the Stellar. I'm really trying to get my locals to stock it, or at least a locals. There's Guardians of the Fleece, 3rd copy there. Trying to do that, scheduling a demo next month, hopefully, there. Just want to get them on board with Elestrals so then they start stocking so I can more easily get the promos. Really want that Stellar Curibus just for the sake of having it. Oh, I got 2 stickers here. This is cool. All right, a little cheat. But also the organized play packs. We've got Infurix, Oh, just double Inferics. Okay. I mean, it's just an extra sticker, so I won't complain. Great for water, but not personally my favorite. I'll leave that up to Matt and Spicy to have water for this set again. Matt and Spicy do great work on that. For sure. I just cannot get down. I cannot get behind what Spicy refers to Water Nexus as now. Just no. Absolutely not. But I can definitely understand Kerbis might not be everyone's cup of tea. I think it's personally cool. Gran's Fleece. But it's not going to be the case with every element. Everyone has stuff that like really vibes with them, and then stuff that just absolutely doesn't. What is your preferred way to play Water's Reapers? Or do you just not have, or is Water just not your element? Okay, question for you now. What Stellar do you want from the tournament packs? Easy, Globby. Want me that Globby. I have the Stellar Majesty now. Actually, I don't know if I showed that off. I got, since Caleb, I think it's Caleb, pulled 2 Stellar Majesties in the Elestriad, I was able to get one off of him, which is awesome. So definitely want to get that Globby to pair with it. I don't have the Sluggle. Don't know if I'll ever get the Sluggle just because that's a lot of money. But when it's like the Globby Stellar, it's not serialized. It's a bit easier to, I guess, acquire. I don't know if I'll seek it out if I don't pull it, but I'd love to pull it. It seems like it won't be too difficult. Hence why I'm like, yeah, I'll go for it. First Light. A few times I play War has been base set form. I always really like the Defense Beaters build with Smoltuga and Nekruff in there. Oh yeah, that's a good core. Ton of fun, but I've put time elsewhere in the set. Hey, fair enough. I mean, I shouldn't say barely. I did play a bit of Water in Frostfall. I didn't have as much time to play in Frostfall as I would have liked. Daybreak should change that. Definitely should have more time to test. But Eliminate, perfect. Definitely want to see more of that. But I really liked just playing Frost. I played a lot of Chivalry in Frostfall. That was my main go-to deck. Trying to get Chivalry to work best I could. But I love myself a good Nekruff Smoltuga defensive core with Galaxy from when I used it in the ECL2. Another Flower Mine. Okay. Another dupe there. That's fine. I think I do agree with you, Reaper, that Water is at its most interesting when it's more of a slow defensive deck. Thematically, I just really like Kerbis. Illuminate, perfect. Got the Sunstrike. I might need to close my blinds soon. That's literally glows in the light. That's kind of cool. Still only one Celestia. Would like to see more of that. Since you asked it, Keebs, what's your Chase Stellar, serialized or not, from the OP packs? Fair enough. Slow, I usually prefer tempo, to be fair. So I don't know why I like Water so much. I think it's just Aphros Nexus draw is so much fun. Another Golden Fleece. More Frosts feel very natural to play for me since I'm very much a tempo player. Gotta say, Water got the most crazy card in the set, Fear Eddie. Yes, I love Eddie. Guy's goofy. And I don't think I truly appreciated Eddie's effect when I was testing the set, because it's I know I was like, all right, this is just an on-cast Sorlet. That's pretty good for attack. But it's also interesting with how the meta... There we go, another Celestia. Gorgeous as always. Seeing the meta evolve for you all as well, I think also makes me appreciate certain cards better as well. In every way. Everyone better just start running Aeromare. Beats Eddie every time. Well, I guess Eddie can crash into it, so maybe not. Ooh, Trifernal. That's sick. It was very interesting seeing everyone's reaction to Solar at first. Just very much a, oh my gosh, this is the most consistent thing we ever had. It's going to break the game. First light. Getting a ton of those. Spectreris is another powerhouse. Just these simple one-cost beaters usually have a lot of potential. Like, you pretty much either need to be bigger by outside factors to beat Spectreris, or have some sort of answer. Can't even avoid Dense Fog with, or can't even, or another First Light. Can't even use Dense Fog to avoid it. Alright. I've been blazing through these Shatter Stars packs. I think I originally intended to stop halfway through open the Shadow Resist box, but I'm just going to finish this up. 3 more bundles. This is the last pack of my 7th bundle, so there's 3 left after this. Oh, Apollo, hadn't hit one of those in a while. Legend kind of riled everyone up with that. Yeah. Yep. And that was my impression as well. Of course, I have the luxury of having tested it to some extent before. But when that came out, I'm just like, are they seeing something we aren't? Or are they just hyping it up because it seems insane on paper and is fine? Because I will admit, when I first saw this, I was like, this seems kind of insane on paper. But testing it's like, nah, not really. Yes, Capricorn. That's another one I really wanted. Love me some Capricorn. Is there a foamy sticker? I'd love to get a foamy sticker. All right. The light is getting to be a bit too much, so I'm going to close my blinds. Now I need to figure out how to untie them, because I had to tie up the cords because kittens are crazy. And love to attack anything and everything. There we go. Good enough for right now. Well, that should help. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yup, exactly, Keebs. If Foretell could let you put cards on the bottom of your deck, then I think it would be busted. But because you have to stack them on top, thus need a way to dig through your deck. Like, if the top cards aren't what you want to see, you need to dig through them or shuffle your deck. But I'm really curious to see how people do refine their list to incorporate those cards that can shuffle and how they utilize them to be able to reset that Foretell if need be. Kafmel, Luminate. Happy to see that. Still missing one Celestleo. The video was kind of one-sided in Solar's favor. Yeah, and that's typically how it goes. I think that's one thing that you kind of just have to learn for yourself sometimes is the pros aren't pros because they will always be right, much less right away. They're pros because they know how to sift through the information and adjust accordingly. And that's where kind of content creation can bleed into it because it's easy to consume the content. And of course, as a content creator, you want to put stuff out there. You want to get clicks. So it's real easy to kind of unintentionally sway opinion one way or another very easily. No fault towards them. It's just the natural cycle of things. And of course, people will learn. That's how it goes. We're kind of just learning all together. All right, second to last bundle. Nothing crazy. I still want another Celestleo. I got everything else I need for all the other cards. Stellar Reverse Stellar would be cool. Carry On. Got plenty of stellar stickers. Can I like pull a stellar or reverse stellar? That would be awesome. Dratora, I believe, is the stellar for this. I know I put it on my thumbnail. But Lestragon would be really cool though. Has anyone pulled the X out of 10 for this month yet? Golden Fleece, or Guardian of the Fleece, excuse me. I don't think someone has yet. I know there's been a ton of reverse stellars and then the X out of 99 stellars, but I don't know if I've seen anyone pull the X out of 10. One person? Really? Maybe I'm misremembering them. Maybe I'm thinking of the box toppers. There we go. Final Celestleo. There we go. That's what I needed. I have to double check then. Kind of crazy. Kaufmol. First Light. I think I have a ton of First Lights. I think that's the most common card I've been pulling this entire time of the Hollows. I'd say this has definitely been the most truly randomized bundle experience. I feel like for the... Ooh, Stellar Flormine. 3 stickers. Nice. I'll take it. Last bundle here. So here, just more Illuminate would be nice, and then, of course, the Stellars would also be awesome. This makes me super excited to open Daybreak, hopefully having my tracking number, Apollo. Haven't seen one of those in a while. My tracking number says it should be here on Friday, hoping it does get here Friday so I can stream on Friday or Saturday, opening all my Daybreak product. Super excited for it. Kaufmel. Celestleo. X out 10 was the Lestragon. The reverse Stellar is the Lestragon as well, right? 4 separate pictures. That's pretty cool. Is that like the most opened proper X out of 10 Stellar? I say proper for a very specific reason. All right, final pack. Do we get a Stellar here? Stellar or the Illuminate would be appreciated. Hey, Illuminate. I'll take it. So let's count these up. So from this, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Guardian of the Fleece. Let's go in reverse order, or set order. For First Light, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So actually I opened the same amount of Guardian of the Fleece and First Light. 7 apiece. Apollo is next? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Apollo. 1, 2, 3, 4 Celestleo. I think it's the least pulled one. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Illuminate. So I pulled the same amount of Illuminate and Fleece and First Light. And then a little less on the Apollo and the Celestleo. Which makes sense, because what is that? 21 plus 4 is 25 plus 5 is 30. Yep, there we go. Ooh, it's like a little rainbow pattern up at the top. Really like that. And then recapping the stickers here, we got Stellar Leviathan, my favorite one of the bunch. Stellar Nekruff, another cool one. And Stellar Flormine, so 2 Spirits and Nekruff. Then from there, got a Capricorn, very happy to get that. Duraflora, 2 Flormine, regular Flormine. 2 Ampharyx, excuse me, but those were in the same pack, so I don't think that really counts too much. They just got stuck together. Trifernal and the Carry-On. Cool, cool. Pretty cool stuff from this month. All right. These don't warp as much, so I can put them in sleeves after the stream. They'll be fine. Get the packaging out of the way, and I'll quickly open through the Shadowverse Evolved set. I'm not going to kind of drag on anything. It's just, I have it. I'm going to open it. Why not? And then we'll move on to the deck lists. Shadowverse Evolved Paragons of the Colosseum. This is their 6th set. They've been out for a little over a year now. It's a fun game. I don't play it too often, but it's a very different game than what I usually play. And I think that's kind of just exciting sometimes to pick it up. It's got a really great game flow to it as well, which I like. I play too many side games to count, to be honest. So let's see. No box toppers this time around. That's fine. And like most Bushiroad games, I believe this is 16 packs per box. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, 16 packs. These are thick packs for only having 8 cards per pack, but I'll show why. It's a foil instead of, it's like a very thin foil, which is also interesting. Because that is not splitting well. There's a little crinkly foil as well. Very interesting. Anywho, Mirror Truth. I don't know if this ain't good. Select an alchemic follow that costs 3 players and in your cemetery. Summon it. Ooh, okay. Actually, that's pretty fun for a deck I have. Demonic Progression. I'll play this. I'll skip over that. I think this one go here. Petalwink Paladin. Second from field. Destroy and draw a card. Okay. Yes. Right away. One I really wanted. Yaryu Supreme Dragonkin. So I do play Dragon. How do I want to do this? Traditional Sorceress. I do need that for my Runecraft deck. Wildwood Matriarch. Bazooka Goblin. There's some silly stuff in here. And this is why. They've got these thick cardstock token cards is how they do it in this game. So very cool. So already starting off pretty great. This game's divided up into different crafts. They're like the elements, but you have to build to a specific craft. And I played Dragon Rune, and then I've got one deck for Sword. Ooh, this is a good one. Golem's Rampage. Happy to see that. Not relevant for my deck. Hero of Antiquity. Cool. And another token. Not too much to say about this. I'm really not that knowledgeable in this game. Just play it for fun. So there's a few legendaries, because they break it apart. Instead of having like your rares, they've got legendaries in this game. Oh, there's one of the premium foils. Jadelong Tactician. It actually pairs with this guy. So it specifically says that if select another file in your field and give it +1 attack, +1 defense. If it is Garyu, give it +2/+2 instead. Ooh, Shikigami Summoning. Another one I definitely needed. And then Dragon. Give me those paper Shikigami tokens. That's something I'd love to see Elestrals explore well at some point is tokens. Token decks have some interesting potential and very versatile in design space. Flamewing Might, second time you'll give it to attack. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, Ginsetsu, the Great Fox. I think that's a pretty good card. Not for the decks I'm playing. Cleaver, Mithra, Daybreak Deity. Oh, this is like a roll the dice kind of card, so just complete chaos. And Charming Gentle Mouse is a funny card. Oh, geez. I looked down at Discord and I've got 7 new messages. Dragon Chef. Here we go. Amata's Fairy Blader. I think that's pretty good for Forcecraft. Clash Heroes. Shitten Doji. Yes, and then the evolved form of Yaryu. So there is this game's unique mechanic is evolve. Some followers have this ability here to pay 1 play point to evolve, and it just kind of gives them higher stats, new effects, so on. So you just evolve this on top, and yeah, so adds extra depth to the game. And then Celestial Shikigami is nice to get as well for the token. I don't know, what cool I'm trying to think, what cool stuff could Elestrals do with tokens? That's a fun thought experiment. Let's hear if you guys have any ideas as well. This is a good card for what I need. Definitely think that's an explore design space. Demon Caller, I think it's pretty good. Yeah. Fairy Dragon, that's cool. Ice Dancing Dragonoot. Okay. About halfway through the box here. Phantom Blade Wielder. Cool. And that says the other random. Not that interested in that. That's more of a meme card. Anything that has you get output based on rolling a dice typically won't be very good. That's correct. A Maiden and a Holy Falcon. Alright, halfway through the box. Nothing too crazy yet. Got some good legendaries. Hoping to see some more good stuff. Normally I get 2 boxes of this, but my locals did not have. Did not get. Ooh, that's pretty. The water premium foil. I really like that. Aqua Scale Stalwart. Pretty good. Yeah. Nice. Happy to receive that. Don't know if I'll keep it. Depends on how much it's going for. It is just a silver, which is the equivalent of an uncommon in Elestrals, so it's not worth all that much. If anything, Mallet Monkey. I think totems would too. That is very true. It could be quite expensive on your spirit deck if it requires spirits. But at the same time, it could be in lieu of actually drawing cards, so that's pretty powerful. Potentially, since you don't actually have to draw those cards, you just kind of get them. I don't know. Might be another one. It might be a mechanic that needs you to be able to use spirits from your underworld to play them. I don't know. Ooh, that's another good one. Bogkatha. So that's another great one that I definitely wanted. And there's the regular version of it. Foil, Hulking Giant. Earthright, select any following field, deal 5 damage. Last word, Earthright, deal 3 damage to enemy leader. That's not bad. Take that one. Ooh, and another evolved one. The Maga Forest Champion. That one's also not too bad for Forest. So I've gotten 3 great hits. Like half my hits for the legendaries have been stuff I'll use. I'll take it. Alright, nearing the end of it. I'm just going to kind of speed through that, get back to Elestrals. Probably doesn't take combat damage because follow plus rush. It's permanent. I don't know. I feel like there's better stuff to do. Another one of those. And what else I might have here? Another one of the Aqua Stars, so I got a place up there. Cursed Crafter. This card apparently is either limited or banned. I'm not sure which. It's just that strong. So that's a good hit to get for me. Not really keeping track of the golds. They're all usually under $1. I really just care about the legendaries just staying inside the golds that I know I'm going to use. Swears. Okay, that's not bad. For my Shikigami deck. Crimson Meteor, that's a really cool removal spell. Ooh, Worm God of the Skies. Interesting card. I don't know if I need it though. I'll still put it there. Alright, final 2 packs. Maybe I'll get higher rarity stuff. One, they've got like, I forget what they call it. It's U and, I know Super Legendary and then U, and I forget what U stands for. But there we go. So probably not getting the Super Legendary if I got that. Wildwood Matriarch. Hopefully that's worth something. Premium foils can vary. Ooh, White Frost Whisper is a good card for my Dragoncraft decks. That's another good hit. And final pack. Let's see if get anything good. Alright, focus. Another one of those I'll always take. Maybe not. See, Righteous Demon. Okay. Ooh, okay. Ending off. Actually, pretty good. Curse Crafter. So the evolved version of this broken card. I'll take it. Alright, so that is the Shadowverse box. Overall, for my purposes, I don't know how it stands as in terms of a general pack of Shadowverse, but for what I want, pretty good. Gold Premium is usually pretty good. Aqua Art looks gorgeous. Definitely want that. For the golds, definitely one for Dragoncraft. I don't know if this one's any good. These 2 are great for Rune. Definitely like the Golem stuff as well for my Earthright deck. Go with that order. And for the legendaries, 2 Forest, the 2 Dragon are very nice for my purposes. I think this is a pretty good card for Abyss. And then the Bob Koff is a really great generic. So, okay. Pretty good box. All right, with that out of the way though, let's get discussing Elestral decks. So let me get a deck builder up and switch off. And I can take down my phone camera as well, which is going to be great and much appreciated. Anything important I missed? No. Okay, so I have them built in the app. I'm not going to cast the app to my computer, or I can't. And I'm not going to pull up BlueStacks. Don't feel like dealing with that. So instead, let's see. Main monitor with webcam. Let's do this. So let's just go on the official deck builder. And actually, I need my keyboard. There's quite a few decks that I'm very interested in playing this set. And I think the first and foremost, let me pull up my example list. I can build it in here. It's definitely Chrono Dial for water. So I think that there are definitely many potential paths you can take with this deck, such as a Water Nexus with Afros, just being able to draw you a ton. That seems potentially very good. Just a water. But I kind of want to try this different approach away from Nexus. Just want to try something different. I've played a ton of Nexus. So Chrono Dial, of course, will be the focus. So I want to decide, add to main. 2 Chrono Dial in the main deck because we can search it. I just get these to toggle it. Oh. Huh. Didn't know you could do that. What's we got? Foamy Float because we just want to get our foamies in there. Get the deck built real quick and then we can kind of talk over it as well. Whoa, that's cool. Never really messed with this deck builder. Oh, and it cleared my stuff. While I get this together, what are your thoughts on Chrono Dial? Is this something you're interested in testing? Not really interested in? How do you think if you are interested, how would you approach building it? How many craps I put? That's how many. That's it for the water. Here, what runes am I running? Oh, no, I haven't had shield yet, right? No. Okay. There's shield. And then I need solar. Yeah, I would just put these together preemptively, but did not have time today. Let's see, where is Plucky? P-Gleam. There's Plucky, 2, 3. Then we just need First Light. Where is First Light? No modal. First Light. There we go. Spirits. Oop. That's a spirit deck. It's weird they can add to main deck. I've never messed around with this. Add to spirit deck. And let's see, the Leviathans, I have 14. Whoa. What happened? I collapsed it. 14, 2 Dialoon, and 4 Luminate. All right. So this should be the deck proper. Quick glance over it. 2, 3, 3, 2, 3. 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3. Yep, that looks right. All right. Let's see. Not interested in it, but I would build it. Build like lock draw. Okay. Yeah, I might fall back on just the Afros draw because I love Afros draw. But here's my initial testing idea. I want to just try something a bit different to start out with. So the whole idea is that the goal is to get into Chronodial because it is a towers that you can just kind of sit on, and then as long as you get excess water spirits on it, you can just pop cards per turn to whittle down your opponent's resources to hopefully just start attacking over them eventually. So to help, because this card is searchable, I do only run 2 copies of it because I really don't want to see multiple copies in my hand, since the idea is I establish one and that's that. The other guiding principle for this deck is that it is really easy to actually get into this by itself if you can stick any 1-drop Elestral around per turn, especially Plucky here. If you can establish a Plucky turn 1, search out your Poseidon, get it to live, you can just Nexus the Spirit to the Plucky with the Poseidon and immediately ascend into the Chronodial. And with Poseidon on anyway, you get your protection effect. I mean, Water's kind of already been doing this Majesty. I think Chronodial just does it better. As such, I also run the 1 Tadpuff, so I don't necessarily need to establish a body on board. I pretty much just need the Poseidon and then a Chronodial in hand, either keep a buy round or draw into Tadpuff. So that's how I end up getting into it. For the rest of the Elestrals, I just run a good suite of Water. Jatagua to maintain spirits, Foamy because it helps me get a body on board, 1 Sluggle because it's better to go in off of Foamy than the Jatagua. Oh, now that I actually talk about it, I don't know if Sluggle is actually best here. It might actually be better to be a Galaxy because we can go Foamy, Jatagua recovers 2, Nexus 1 from Poseidon, recover another 2, which is better than Sluggle. So there you go, there's my answer. Never mind to the Sluggle. We just bumped Galaxy up to 3. Only 2 Galaxy because it's the other way to kind of push offense, though of course 3 I think is fine. It's another fine card just to cast down, put on pressure. And then Molestation because I'm really just trying to wall up and stick an Elestral, and Molestation with 6 defense does that well. And of course Parasite with Galaxy. For the runes, I run the 1 Trident because this can exponentially speed up this deck's win condition with Chronodial. We stick a Trident on board, we can just start attacking without worrying about the back row. That's pretty much the reason why. But I also don't want to find multiples of this. I think 1 is fine. I'm trying out Rock in a Hard Place as my removal of choice, just kind of control the board. It not being chainable, I think is really nice, but of course, giving the opponent the option isn't usually the best. But the idea also is that we're just trying to keep my opponents off cards anyway, so even just kind of forcing my opponent to choose between a Celestial and a back row should be awkward enough. And then 2 Ambrosia would love to stick in the 3rd, but we do have Jatagua to heal, so I think 2 is appropriate. And then typical counter rune suite, 3 Tsunami, 3 Gorgon's Gaze, 3 Poison Tipped Arrow, 2 Shield. Altar could be running this deck. The reason I choose not to is because once I get the Chronodial out, I don't think Altar really does matter to kind of stave off stuff, and I really don't want to establish the Poseidon until I'm going to go to Chronodial play, so I chose not to. Oh, and then of course the 3 First Light is how we set up Chronodial, but also can help find us Plucky. So on turn 1, it's perfectly valid to go First Light, stack Plucky, expend to draw just to get it. Or you don't even need to expend to draw, just to be able to draw next turn. But that's the kind of guiding idea behind this deck. We'll see how it works. I think there's a ton of different paths you can take this deck for sure. But I think the core of just being able to go Plucky, you can get to stick with Poseidon, Nexus, establish Chronodial is going to be very, very strong. So let's see. Ooh, we can get different views as well. Text. Okay. Stack. Let's save deck. Where do I do a deck name? Metrics. That's cool. That's a fun deck name. All right, so let's call it Chronodial, guess version 1. I don't know. No, this is very much more of a control deck. Like a control combo deck. That's cool. Constructed. Oh, let's just try it for now. So that is Chronodial, though. That one's very basic. This next deck that I want to discuss, I think, will be way more interesting. So let's see my decks. Deck builder. Let me get this set up. So this one is going to be a solar base. And I'm really excited to see how this one performs. So 2 Apollo, Celestlio, Chronodile, run Cyprong, yes. 2, 3. Exaltus at 1. 1, 2, 3. That. 2 Golden Fleece. 1 Leo Bright. Spirit deck, we need a Limaru. 1, 2, 3 Neblio. Not run Lestragon. I really should build a Lestragon deck as well. That's another fun one. I'll add that to the list of stuff to build. I've built the Solar Nexus artifact deck. It's been pretty fun. Awesome. Love to hear it. With Heliolith. 2, 3. 1, 2. And so that's it for the solar. For water. Add in, I added the Chronodile already. Just need Poseidon. And Tsunami, 2, 3. Oop. That's supposed to be a 2 Poseidon. That is it for the water, so I just need the generics. It's just 1, 2, 3 Altar, 1, 2 Ambrosia, and Shield and Gorgons are the other ones. 1, 2, 3. And Shield of Achilles, 1, 2. And I need, oop, I forgot for water, I need, let's go Spirits, Leviathan. Come on. Keep in the wrong thing. All right, so this deck is a really fun idea I did not have while set testing. Actually had in set 4, so I'm excited to be able to test this in set 3. I call this one an Ascension Pile deck because Solar has a ton of ways to consistently get to their Ascensions and quite a few Ascension ramps. So the idea is that I can put on a ton of pressure by just running a whole bunch of Ascension ramp packages, and whichever one I find, I just go for to pressure the opponent. And then if they answer it, I just follow up with the next one I find. So I'm not trying to go for anyone in particular. I just pivot between whatever I draw. So the core idea behind this deck is that First Light can help me find any Solar card and set up any of the Solar Ascension ramps. The main ones being Soul Bell into Soul Stock, since we're running a 3-2 split of that. Also because it can now independently work if I don't find First Light, like I can just establish a Soul Bell, check top 5, and I can still have a chance of finding a Soul Stocks. It also works for specifically Celestial with Leo Bright as well. And can also help me set up stack if I need to find like Soul Bell, Neblio, to then grab off Apollo to try to set up a next turn. It can even help me set up to draw into a Chronodile, maybe if I have a Poseidon in hand. So that's kind of the general gist of the deck. I'd say the key cards here, I covered the Soul Bell, Soul Stocks, of course, the 2 Apollo, and then 2 Poseidon to be able to set up the 1 Chronodile. The idea here being is I want to find Plucky, and either if I have Apollo or Poseidon in hand, I can search out the other one to set up that play as well. Neblio is great because it's early game pressure while also helping me find First Lights, and then the Leo Bright on top of it, or another Neblio. I think it can search itself. Let me quickly save this deck before doing that. I'll call it Solar Ascension Pile. Solar Ascension Pile. And it is very much a combo deck. Constructed. Just do that image for now. Save. All right, back to this. So I was saying, Neblio, First Sight, or Celestial. Yeah, so you can do either. That's cool. Say you can add any of these other combo pieces up, just kind of set up so you can ramp into them, just do a ton of destructive damage. Excuse me. Cyprimal is also nice because with the Golden Fleece, it can set up to make a really sticky body, so it can then set up for Ascension plays that way with stuff like Chronodile, Poseidon. You can even try to set up a way to go, Ascend Leo Bright, that's the other one as well. What else is in here? I think I covered the core of this. 1 Exaltus because it can help search, I'm pretty sure any of these. I think they're all ethereal. Just any of these to set up in hand, which is really nice. And then for the Rune Suite, I covered that. Golden Fleece is also nice because if we have a big body on board and a Golden Fleece in hand that we don't need for a Cyprimal, we can just establish it on one of our big bosses to make that even stickier. From there, just typical counter rune suite of 3 Tsunami, 3 Gorgon Gaze, 2 Shields. I did not opt for PTA simply because I like having Altar more to protect the bodies and also set up 2 Ascension Ramp and stuff like Chronodial if I set up Poseidon, or more likely Apollo, which will let me set up like a Celestleo. I like that a bit better for that purpose. And then on top of that, because I'm ramping, ideally I'm actually can pop stuff with like the Soul Stalks, Chronodial, or just attack to force an answer anyway, because I'm going to try to back it up with another Ascension, and most of the answers are going to be more expensive anyway on counter runes. Gorgon's Shield is pretty standard. 2 Ambrosia, again, would love to run more, but just don't have the space for it. So this is probably the craziest deck idea I've had. I'm really curious to see how this one goes and to tweak it from here. One card I considered running was the Drops of Leth, because ideally we don't really want... When I was looking through, what do I not want in hand? Soul Stalks. If I have Celestleo, do I really want it? No, I'd rather go Leobrite into Celestleo, but it's not the end of the world since I've got Altar. And then Chronodial I do want it in hand, so I just figured there isn't enough targets I really want to shuffle back to make it worthwhile. But that's my crazy Ascension ramp deck. Curious to see if anyone else tries something similar, what it ends up looking like. Let's go to the next deck here. The next deck. This one is going to be, I call it Fruit Burn. It's going to be really fun because of Barbib here, just forcing your opponent to, whenever you cast an Invoke Rune with Earth, to expend 3. Ooh, Bloom's another card I'm really excited about. I don't know if I'll build a deck around it because I don't think there's anything that benefits too crazily from Bloom. Like there's of course Clovey shenanigans, like there's some fun stuff in theory, but I just don't feel like the deck is quite tied together enough to warrant playing it. So let's see, or I shouldn't say warrant playing it, but to really want me to dig in deeper into it and have it really pique my interest. Of course, retire for the draw part, Earthquake, because it's just the best invoke rune, or best removal option. It's in elements. What else do I want? Not running a lot of good in this. Mudslide, Rummajam, 1, 2, 3, and anything else? Oh, Vesavituga, 1, 2. Really a ton of stuff you can do with Earth this set as well, which is awesome. Let's see. Strabbit for extra consistency, 2, 3. What else do I have? Eruption, of course, 1, 2, 3. And Tsunami for the water, 1, 2, 3. From there, we just have all the generics. 3 Ambrosia, obviously. What else do we got? PTA, Nog, Gorgons. 3. 1, 2, 3. It really did. A lot of interesting ideas as well, like Waspivy. You've got the Barabib, Voltuga stuff. I know I mentioned one other one that's escaping me at this moment. Did I get all of them? It's 41 cards, so I messed up somewhere. PTA, Nog. I'll look at it in the deck view. Spirit. I feel like there's so much you can explore with Earth as well. That's a bit hard to narrow down. Don't know why I said that word. Down fully. Need fire and thunder. And then water. So what is it? Water's 2. And I totally backed it out. 1, 2. Zaptor is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and should be 10. Yep. Let's see. Oh, that's what it is. It's that card. Setting, and we'll just go Fruit Burn. I like how fruit has its own category here. The combo deck. Save. All right, so the idea behind this deck is Barabib and Drataya pair very nicely together because they both center around casting Invoke Runes, and specifically can cast Invoke Runes with Earth. So the idea is that ideally we want to get both of these established on board, but really one of us gets us doing something here, and then we got the Roam Gem to find it. When there we just want to run some Invoke Runes to be able to trigger the Barbib Burn, or just start drawing more with the Drataya to set the game plan. We've got, of course, our 6 Ambrosia to do that. 3 Earthquake is great because it also controls the board. We also have Nectar of the Gods to draw into more cards, which then can help us find our Ambrosias, or just more invokes to start casting to burn with Barabib. And then, of course, I already touched that Ambrosia. But since we're burning and drawing more cards, I figured let's just pair it with our Resident Burn stuff. We got Boltuga to search out Eruption. Doesn't trigger Barabib because you want to cast it with fire, but still just more burn, really good. And then, of course, our Vessel of Boltuga for the top end to just kind of start burning stuff, and can regen some Earth Spirits to really real fuel up to maybe cast some more Ambrosias or other, like another Barabib and some more runes. I think I mentioned we got a Rummagem for consistency to help find our Jotaias and our Barabibs. And we got 3 Astral Rabbit just for some extra consistency to the deck. And then Gorgon's Gaze and PTA just helps control the board a bit more since it's got some small guys and aren't planning on attacking too much. And Florence is just good. Same thing with Tsunami. Any hits in Shadow Stars? Nope. No hits, but got a good spread, got a playset, everything, so I cannot complain. Stickers were nice to me, I got a Stellar Leviathan, which is awesome. So that is Fruit Burn. Those are all the decks I've built out so far. What were the other ones? I want to build a Phosphocells deck, a Kerbis deck, Wind Nexus / Wind Burn, and probably like Fun Guide. Might mess around with Wasp Ivy a bit more. But yeah. Is there any decks that you all are interested in that we could maybe build on stream together? Still got some more time before I got to go make dinner, so let's hear it. What ideas do you got that we can build out here? Clear some messages while I wait for the suggestions to come in. Must have burned through all your luck pulling those 3 Morphost in month 5. I mean, I still have had great luck since, is the thing. So I don't think that's fair to say luck. If anything, like the Imperial I have up there, the Stellar Imperial, I got the Stellar Volcaries out of the booster box that I got from Too Many Games. And then I opened from one of the boxes from the, not the press kit, the influencer box. I got the Doubler Stellar hit, the Panzer, and the, what was the one? Findust. That's the one I traded to Dan. So I don't think that's necessarily fair to say that the Morphrosts are what used up my luck. Got 13 messages. Let me clear these out real quick, just for my own sake. Cool. There we go. Wind or Suppression? Let's do Wind, because Wind is one that definitely interests me. So let's be real. All of it centered around Aeolus. We're going to want to search out our pieces with Aeolus. From there, I mean, the core is definitely Exalt here. We can pinpoint search it, so I think 2 is appropriate. What are the other ones? Nemasail is also a great pairing. I don't know if we need more than 1 though, just kind of like a tech option. I feel like I'd rather go for like a P-Gust too, because I like drawing into it, or the Toxus Swarm. I might want to up Toxus Swarm to 3, because I really feel like where this deck's going to shine is you establish a Toxus Swarm, then search Exaltair with the Aeolus, and then play it down, start burning a ton. So we'll see you deck space wise. 3 Swords a must. And then I think from there we just want Elechik to search out our stadium. Not stadium, our divine. How many Elestrals is that? 17 minus 3 is 14. Well, I don't know if we need more than that. We can always like tech it out, because what else isn't too bad here? Galaxar probably isn't bad. I mean, also all these can be in the side deck as well. So there's plenty of room to just kind of tech this out. But like, I'm thinking you have all these options of bodies to establish with Nexus or for receive effects. I feel like Recover 2 is probably the least interesting, just because it's just helping you survive a bit longer, versus like P-Guts where you can start pressuring the back row, Toxin where you start pressuring the Spirit deck. I mean, Nemesis isn't too bad just to establish first thing, like Aeolus Search, Recover 2. I don't know. I'll start with that. What else do we need? We're in small bodies, so Stadium isn't bad. Help insulate it, especially if we're going to have a huge focus on stadiums. I feel like that's pretty good. What else do we got? I feel like we aren't really pulling from other elements too much, so Earthquake's just going to be great. And then what else do we got? Feel free to throw suggestions in chat as well as what you would include. Altar's amazing in this deck, I would imagine. Same with Ambrosia. We want that to stop the bleeding. Gorgon's Gaze is a must. Deck doesn't do anything that wouldn't make that optimal. I feel like anything that keeps opponent off of stuff is pretty good as well. PTA. We got at least 2 shield. And then Tsunami. He says with 1, so we can just bump up shield by 1? No, other way. Go Spirits. What do we need? No, not Owloon. We need a Leviathan. I'm putting these in the wrong deck. Teratlus. Might be too much on the Spirit, so let's see. For Earthquake, typically we want 4 Teratlus, 2 Leviathan for the Tsunamis. I think we just need like the 1 Elechick, so that's fine. 13 Wind. Only problem is like if the Elechick gets Gorgonsed, we don't really have a good follow-up, but no, I think it's debatable. Going down to 2 Zap, bumming Zaptor up to 2, Lycris down to 12. We're keeping the Spirits up higher because, I mean, most of the time when I play Wind Nexus, I just want to find the 1 Aeolus and go. Alright, so that's the 4-card deck. Yeah, here's what I got so far. Again, feel free to comment down below. I feel like this is pretty standard. 3 Aeolus, 3 Elechick. Let's see. I like to run more Nemi just because this deck can get expensive, especially if your opponent keeps removing your tools. Also, Divine Blessing goes hard in here. Ooh, Divine Blessing could be fun. You got excess spirits, that's true. I could see extra Nemesail. Because I guess at some point, let's say if you can just keep your bodies on board, at some point you'll want to just Nexus between the Toxiswarm and something else. And you're going to eventually pop everything with P-Gust, just be able to stabilize with Nemi. But is that just a win more at that point? I guess that means you can't tie to burn. I don't think there's an argument for it. What would you take out for Divine Blessing? That's a good point, just insulate against Earthquake. I think we'd definitely take out a shield. But what else? Ooh, instead. Maybe instead move Island to the side deck. I know I'm not building a side deck here, because we're not trying to hit over stuff. Instead, 1 shield, 1 EQ. Would you keep the Stadium? Because I'm kind of wondering if this might be pretty good. Maybe something more like this. Take out the Stadium, replace the 2 Divine Blessing. I could definitely see taking out 1 Earthquake just to be able to cut down the 2 Teratlus, probably for like another Zaptor, another Lycris. Could definitely do 1 EQ, 1 shield for another Divine and Nemesail. That's another option. Do you need 3 Divine Blessing though, is the thing? Like Earthquake is everywhere, but specifically you need to line up and not get access. I don't know if I like Divine at more than 2. Yeah, I feel like some of these ratios can definitely be in flux, but this is like a good core for it. This also depends on how fast you're needing to go. I think personally I would start trying out this, but I definitely think there's some ratios you can adjust. I keep saying since most of the decks run theirs and your guys can't really keep up. That's fair. Yeah. I guess the other thing with Earthquake is it's just so expensive as well. Like you're already dropping 2 off of Aeolus just to get the search, and then you've got, sure, Earthquake clears the Elestral, but it also costs you 2. I'll try it out. I don't think there's anything so wrong with it. I do think Restoring Your Laurels is wrong in this deck, from at least the set 2 version. Because if you get ahead, your guys are too small to beat over everything, so... and your Laurels is off until you fall behind again. But yeah, I definitely can cut back on a shield. We'll try it. Go 14 Lycris. I kind of want to try the ones after. It's a bit of a risk, but we'll try it. And... Aeolia. Nope, Aeolia. 1, 2. Cool. There we go. Wind Nexus. Just call it Wind Nexus Burn. So it's Nexus, speeder, aggro, mid-range. Like a Nexus control combo deck. I mean, a lot of decks in Elestrals do feel like it's some flavor of combo just by how a lot of the cards are built out. It's fun. Same as this one. It's Solar Galaxy, yeah. I'll try this one out. This is a cool deck. I like it. All right, I'm gonna try to build out one more deck and probably call it here for the day. My goal is to have dinner ready for when my fiance gets home, which should be around 5:30. So, what deck do I want to build next? Build a Kuribis deck. I also already built a water deck. Could build a Phosphocell deck, which is pretty cool. I'll be honest, I got no idea where to start with a Fungi deck. Like, I like the Fungi Brontowisp more than Funglow and Brontoglow, personally. Can I view it? Just because I feel like disenchant from your Fungi in order to try and destroy a rune, and then bring back the Fungi is a bit stronger than what the other pairing does. I just don't think Suppress is all that impressive, because what this one... Suppress, it's still Board Swarm. Where's Fungide? Fungide. Illustrations cannot be attacked except for this Fungide. When a player casts Follow the Wisp, special cast brought go from your hand or deck. I do think the Funglow is a bit better than the Fungide for its respective decks, but I feel like the Brontowisp is just better than Brontoglow in general. Use it as a replacement for Lavalith and T-Nexus with full carries and have like the aggro Thunder deck. Interesting. Let's see, can I filter off of set? Doesn't look like it. Here, let's do this. Actually, I'm curious. StellarPulse.com. While I'm thinking about it, that Fungite is adorable, though. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, 4 have been registered. Okay. Anywho, let's see cards. It'll be easier to view it from here. Lestragon would be an interesting one to build. Built an Earth deck already. Sure, why not? Let's do Fungi Brontowisp. I forgot the Frost stuff. I think from here, that's a cute little package. Love to see it fleshed out more. Brummelinx is cool. 5 defender, lockdown runes. It's nice for a better Nexus build for Frost, but I don't think that necessarily fixes the issues of that deck. Like, Kione is still pretty not great for that deck. Bat form. I mean, if people aren't running Terror, this doesn't do anything. Except a Golden Apple. And then Pulsar's a cool offensive beater. Crowblast, I think, is the real standout. Yeah, let's just do Fungi. Let's see what we can make work with the Fungi. Fungi. 1, 2, 3. Brontowisp. This one, especially from your Underworld, I feel like I only need like 2 of those. Do I even need 2? Because I think you really just want to find the Fungi and then bridge up into the Brontowisp from it. Like, do you really want more than just that? I guess, no, you want it for Swarm. Yeah, you want it for Swarm. Follow the Wisp. Now, let's see, we need consistency to find it. So, I mean, what better consistency can you get from Rummikul, Stoke the Forge, and Volcanic Forge? And that's the core of the deck. The question becomes now, what else can we do with it? No, what do you guys think where we can take this deck? We can run Lavalith and Element. Why not? Of course, just to make this deck consistent, like Astrap it. So why not? We can just grab our generically good cards. These 2 Ambrosia. 1, 2, 3 Gorgon's Gaze. Add Nekruff and Spectresh for some 5 power. Yeah, I'm down for that. Probably like 3 PTA wouldn't be bad. 2 shield. I don't see any reason not to run the normal suite of runes. Might need to adjust some ratios here shortly. Actually, for my Follow Wisp, nah. Let's see, how many Elestrals am I at? Metrics. It doesn't tell me. Just count. 13. It's a little low. So cards, I am looking to add. Usually like to throw in some sort of removal like Earthquake, but there's not much space if we want to take it this route. But we should just add in what you suggested, Keebs. I do think that is a good idea. Where is it? Nekruff as always being a very good card. And then what was the other suggestion? You suggested Spectreus. Actually, yeah, I was like, Spectreus? But I'm like, I'm already running Lunar, so yeah, that sounds great. So That put me at my 40. Is there anything we want to cut here, though? And that I'm missing that I might want to add back in? I feel like counter-runes can be adjusted for sure. I feel like PTA doesn't make too much sense in this deck because a lot of our stuff wants our opponent to have an Elestral out. Like this one. When Elestral feels destroyed in battle, expend fire to special cast. Destroyed in battle, you can... Oh, that's... see, I've never really messed around with Bronto Wisp, so I didn't read that. It just says when an Elestral is destroyed in battle. It doesn't have to be by this Bronto Wisp, which is kind of funny. Funguide. It cannot be attacked. You're also going to accept Funguide. That's annoying. Yeah, I feel like I want to cut PTA here. Question is for what? I don't know if I necessarily have room for Earthquake. Wait. I got a funny idea. Though, My funny idea is cutting PTA for Rock and Hard Place. That's true. Dense Fog could be nice. I don't even know if I necessarily need removal just because, like, the whole point is we want to have spirits on board to throw down our Lava Lith. Specteris challenges them. Bronto Wisp wants them. Nekrof wants them on board. We can try out Dense Fog, why not? We can have this be like the super exploratory deck. Try not to get too wrapped up in staples, of course. And just try out some new stuff. 1, 2, 3. Then for the spirits, we need Leviathan, Aloon, Zaptor, and Taratlus. Let's see, for Lunar, we need for Bronto Wisp and Specteris. I keep saying Specteris. So 2 or 3 should be fine. How often? No, I don't think we expect to get out like a second Bronto Wisp unless it's like really rare occasion. I just drop Dense Fog down 1, up Ambrosia by 1. That's an option. If feel like I need more recovery. I'll try it out as is though. Leviathan, I think it's just the Tsunamis. Yeah, so we'll just do 2. This is the Elestral Play Network. Let's see. Just have the Astrabbits. 8. So what does that leave me? A 13 by Pyro? Do I need all 13? Funglow, expend 1 for Brontoglow, 2, it's like 4 spirit combo, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm not gonna get those every single turn, every single game. Nah, we'll keep the Zaptor at 2. We'll test it with this. See how it goes. Let me just quickly save this up. This will be follow the Wisp deck. Let's do it again. Oop. Target and destroy a rune, which is quite nice. It's more of like a mid-range deck. Cool. So yeah, here's what we cooked up here. So for Follow the Wisp, we just got our simple package of 3 Fungi, 2 Bronto Wisp, and 3 Follow the Wisp as our core here. Just really want to get that going to control the opponent's back row, keep Elestrals on board, and protect other Elestrals. To help us find the Fungi, we've got 3 Rummikul, 3 Stoke the Forge, and 2 Volcanic Forge, just for that consistency. Also run 3 Astrap for some extra consistency to help follow the Wisp a bit more consistently. And then from there, we're just running a ton of good stuff. We've got Lava Lift, pretty self-explanatory, very good card. Necrof and Spectaris, because we're already running Fire and Lunar. These are great 5 attackers to control the board, put some extra pressure on. Counter Runes, 3 Gorgon's Gaze, pretty self-explanatory. 3 Tsunami, also pretty self-explanatory. 2 Shield. I guess those 2 Shield could be PTA, now that I think about it. They should probably be PTA. Just because they're alive against Rune Destruction. Because, like, Shield is still destroying Elestrals anyway. I can always bump this up by 1. So we got some wiggle room, actually. If I don't want Shield. I feel like it's just too risky to not have some sort of answer in the event we're not finding our Elestrals to attack over stuff. I'll try it. I do think. Just do Poised Up Arrow. 1, 2. Safe deck. All right, there we go. 2 PTA. Trying out 3 Dense Fog since we're dipping into the Lunar. Do we have enough Lunar for that? I forgot about that card. 3? No, we do not. Let's drop down 5 Pyro. So what, we need 1 for Bronto Wisp, 1 for Dense Fog. Arguably, we probably want like 5. I'll test it out as is. We might want to bump up that Lunar, maybe cut some of the excess stuff. Tomb of Rosia for some recovery. Yeah, that should be interesting. Too bad we don't have like good Nexus. Well, okay. I was going to say too bad we don't have good Nexus set up because Altar would also probably be great in this deck. And if we're with our Fungite Bronto Wisp core, we probably do. I don't know. Very, like, conceptually, this will definitely be one to test out and kind of iron out. So we'll keep it there. All right. I think I'm going to wrap it up with that. Let's switch back to webcam. For all you who came out, thank you for kind of showing up. This has been fun. I'm hoping to do more of this with Daybreak. Really want to do more than Frostfall. Just didn't have the time to do it. But Daybreak, hoping to. Just more deck profiles, gameplay, some actual streams where I'm playing games. Thank you, Keebs. Should have my Daybreak stuff Friday, Saturday, if it's on time. Definitely going to stream it ASAP. Super excited to get to opening those. And yeah, so look forward to that. I'll definitely post once I get that. So stay tuned. You can, of course, turn on the notification bell for my channel. Subscribe if you haven't already, so you're notified when I do upload more content or go live. I don't normally plug that. Probably should. And of course, I'll be posting in the main Elestrals Discord as well and probably tweeting out about it. So yeah, all I can really say from here is thanks for showing up. Look forward to more content coming out real soon. Have a great day, everyone.